Janice, are you there?
At your service, sir.
Enter the Manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
For me, I don't even date a man without a prenup. Did I add the third prenup?
Because of the divorce, it's changed my timeline on things because financially things are so different for me now.
It's funny how the narrative shifts when the shoe is on the other foot, right? Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. We hear it all the time. The Manosphere is just a bunch of butthurt men crying about life being unfair. Man up, they say. Stop whining and deal with it like a real man. But what happens when women face a situation that's been a male experience for centuries? Oh, now it's a tragedy. Now it's a crisis. In this video, we're diving into Sherri Shepherd's reaction to Rachel Lindsay's divorce settlement. Yep, Rachel got married without a prenup, and now she's coughing up half of her assets to her ex-husband, a guy she met on The Bachelorette. Let's see how Sherri's audience reacts to this one. Spoiler alert! The foolishness is strong on this one.
Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay, she learned the hard way how important it is to protect your assets before you get married. So she just finalized her divorce from her husband, Brian Abasalo, after 6 years of marriage. But the bigger issue is they didn't have a prenup. And...
Whoa, hold up. Did y'all hear that audience reaction?
Have a prenup. And Rachel said...
The crowd's all, like they just watched a soap opera twist. Now imagine flipping the script. Picture a man losing half of his assets in a divorce settlement, and you'll hear crickets. Sounded like a Wi-Fi signal in the middle of the woods.
Rachel says that she wanted one, but they didn't get one because Brian didn't want it, and she didn't want to make it a bigger issue. But now Rachel's paying for that decision with their divorce settlement because not only did she have to give up a house and a car, she also has to pay Brian $500,000. Yes, so Rachel said if she ever gets married again, there's no way she would do it without a prenup. Take a look.
Will you ever get married without a prenup again?
No, I wouldn't get married without a prenup. But I don't know. It's like changed my whole perspective on everything. I don't even know if I would get married again. I can't even like fathom that. Because of the divorce, it's changed my timeline on things because financially things are so different for me now. It's like things that I wanted to do, want to be able to do, I really can't.
This is pure gold. The bitterness is dripping off of Rachel Lindsay like sweat in a hot yoga class. Who hurt you, Rachel? The ex-husband of yours? He's been with you for 6 years. 6 years. He deserves every penny of your hard-earned money for you. Isn't that the same logic women use when men are on the losing end? So Rachel, where did all the good women go? Oh, wait. Welcome to the club, Rachel.
You know, here's the thing. I know that Rachel says she may not get married again, but I think that she might have a change of heart about that because I feel like this is just the hurt talking. Even the divorce was painful, settlement. It's just one of the stages of divorce. You got to go through the hurt, the anger, the betrayal, the love that you had. She probably is kicking herself in the butt because she didn't listen to herself. And I say this to women when they ask me about prenups. I say it all the time. Number one, listen to your gut. Because I know not casting aspersions on anybody, but I had second thoughts about getting married. And I didn't listen to my gut. And it was very costly, the divorce. And number two, I say to everybody, you gotta get a prenup. Because a prenup, a lot of people say, oh, it takes the romance out of a marriage. But I'm telling you, not only should she not have gotten married without a prenup, for me, I don't even date a man without a prenup. Did I add the third prenup?
Stop laughing, you fools. These are the exact talking points we've been making in this space. Don't get married, especially without a prenup. Protect yourself at all times. And yet, when men bring these points up, we're killing the romance and taking the love out of marriage. Women get all defensive, refusing prenups like they are kryptonite. But the moment they are the ones in a position to lose, oh, now it's you better protect yourself, girl. The double standards are outrageous. Modern women have mastered the art of flipping the narrative to suit their benefit. And the crowd eats it up every freaking time. It's wild.
Because, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I'll get into the other point. Before we take it to the next level, I'm like, look, this is not a commitment, but if we get married, I'm letting you know you got 5%, take it or leave it. That's it. You negotiate with him while you're waiting for your entree, while you're at dinner. He could be looking at me like, look, I just wanna have sex. And I'm like, well, me too, but you gotta sign here first. Right here. And I'm speaking about this because I know. When Rachel was here the last time she interviewed me, I wanted to ask her if she had gotten one. But number one, I was like, I don't know her like that. That's very, offensive if you don't know a person. And then number two, I was like, well, it's too late to ask because she's married already. But I tell women, get a prenup all the time because you don't need a prenup until you need a prenup.
Show this clip to the next woman who tries to sell you the fairy tale of marriage. Like she said, you don't need a prenup until you need a prenup. Sherri's audience is laughing because this time, the prenup benefits a woman. But if the tables were turned, there'd be nothing but awkward silence. When it comes to relationships, the equality modern women preach always seems to come with a double dose of selfishness.
I say this from experience. I got divorced without one. I lost everything. And I got divorced with one, and I lost only some things. It's like a prenup is like an insurance policy. It says in the event that we separate or divorce, you leave with what you got, I leave with what I got. A prenup determines where the children will live if you get separated or divorced. A prenup determines what your kids are going to get. You know, it's a contract. So I know $500,000 Rachel Lindsay is kicking herself in the butt because that could be money for her parents as they get older. That's money for her future. That's money for her children. That's money from businesses that she had. She could use that money for retirement or anything. It's everything that she worked hard for.
Tell this to Samantha Lee Gibson or any woman who's taking a man's hard-earned money under the guise of child support for kids they deliberately alienate from their fathers. This is why the Manosphere continues to grow. Men are waking up to the games and the system that's stacked against them. And Sherri knows the emotional, financial, and spiritual damage that divorce can cause. She's been through it. But somehow, when it's men suffering, we're expected to just man up and take it. You can't make this stuff up.
It's not logic. But again, a prenup is not just for rich people. A prenup is it's just like a marriage contract. People keep going, marriage, oh, it takes the romance out of it. But a marriage is a contract. When you say the vows, those are the points that you've talked about. For better or worse, for richer or poorest, for sickness and in health. Those are all terms of the contract. And then you know what? You say, I do. You accept the terms, you seal it with the kiss, and the ring seals the deal. It is, we like to say, oh, it's a marriage, but it is a contract. And a prenup is just like having an insurance policy. You don't expect to get into a car accident, but if you do, you go, oh, thank God I have insurance. You don't expect for your house to be broken into, but you go, thank God I have a burglar alarm system on my house. A prenup, it's not that it takes the romance out. You do it beforehand and you forget about it because there's so many terms that you have to negotiate and then you don't have to worry about it.
Manosphere talking points, fellas. This is our message being mirrored, but it's only accepted when it's women saying it. Why?
What?
Because it's not politically correct for men to speak these truths. Women like Sherri can make these points and get applause. But when men say the same thing, we're labeled bitter, misogynistic, or out of touch. Why do you think it's female content creators who blow up repeating these points? One last note about Sherri Shepherd. She learned her lesson the hard way. Her sexual market value meant she never dated up when it comes to socioeconomic status. After her divorce, she's making sure she doesn't get played again. The prenup she's advocating for, that's her safety net because she's not interested in losing what little leverage she has left. So don't let anyone shame you into marriage, and especially without the proper precautions.
So like I said, my first one, broke as all get up. I was a host of the Newlywed Game. You remember? Every check I got, I had to give to a lawyer because a prenup determines attorney's fees, whether you have to pay for his attorney fees. It covers so much. And if you are a woman or a man and you're building up a business, you need that to protect you.
Manosphere, we working. Protect yourself at all times. This video has officially been highlighted.